So this one we're gonna do a little bit different because I want it to be all about you. This is an intimate story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you done went viral for it.
Put a finger down if you're in the trail ride scene and you also dated somebody that's in the trail ride scene. So y'all go on the ride and he's driving one of the trucks that's attached to one of the trailers that a lot of people are on. You've been drinking, but not that much because you still have a long night ahead of you. It's time for the ride to take back off and everybody is looking for your boyfriend, which is driving the truck. So that means you're confused as to why he's out of the truck and where is he. So you get off of the trailer to try to look for him and he magically comes back walking up about 2 minutes later. He walks back up, get back in the truck like he haven't been missing, in the truck and continues to drive back. You find your friend have a bottle, you take a shot out of her bottle. Immediately you start feeling woozy, you can't, you know, stuff is feeling weird and it's feeling like I've been drugged, but I can't assume anything because I've never been drugged before. If being drugged felt like anything, it felt like that. You decide to go to your car, take a little break just to see if you could just like sleep it off a little bit or sit down for a little bit and be okay. You never end up waking up until 4 o'clock in the morning, still in your back seat from being slumped for the whole trail ride, and you wake up to realize that you're in some apartments that you don't know what the apartments are. My sister in the front seat says, oh, he just got out, take a 4-wheeler upstairs. Mind you, we're in some apartments. I start calling his phone, he's not answering. Phone going straight to voicemail. I've never seen a 4-wheeler be able to go into an apartment building door. So he gets in the car, I get out of the car, out of the driver's seat to get in the passenger seat, and I asked him, I said, where you up there with a bitch? He says, no. Do you think I'm stupid enough to bring you and your sisters to a bitch house? Okay, we're leaving out of the apartments. I want to know more details. What 4-wheeler was getting taken upstairs? What nephews did we follow all the way from Sealy to Conroe, Texas? And why didn't you take us home before you came to do this?
Here's the thing. It's just us.
It's on? Okay. What we on, 70? Yes. Okay. 70, right? So I got that shit right. Just Us Pod, episode 70. We have a special guest. If you will, introduce yourself.
My name is Raya Goldmine on all social medias. Been through an unfortunate situation, but I'm still here, and I'm still Raya. So
I like that. The first thing I want to ask you is about your upbringing, right? Let's just start there, because I want to get into how you even got into loving horses, if you even do love horses, or trail riding, if you do love trail riding. Let's start there.
Okay, I'm from Homestead, Texas, Northwood Manor, to be exact.
That says it all right there.
Yeah.
So you said Homestead, horses and Homestead.
Absolutely.
H&H.
Absolutely. My dad, I'm going to pay homage to my dad, was a great man. A lot of people know him. He was a pillar in the community, Andre Darden. Okay. Unfortunately, he passed away December 15th, 2022. And I would say from complications to an emergency heart surgery. He survived many years after, but basically succumbed to those injuries. Has a football team. We are the North Forest Bulldogs. We are accepting children, boys and girls from 5 to 12. If y'all want to bring y'all kids, bring them. But my grandfather, his dad, A.D. Darden, was into horses. We're from the country for real, Point Blank, Texas, to be exact. And my Uncle Pee Wee out there always had horses. We would go out there in the country for our family reunions and stuff like that, fondle with horses and stuff. I didn't really get into horses and stuff until high school, though.
Okay.
So I'm not one of the fake country girls. I know a little something, you know.
Okay. So from growing up, having a father in your life and being, this country young woman that you are, when was the first time you'd say that you did fall in love with horses? You did fall in love with, just being around the country life? Or has it always been a staple in your life?
It's been a staple, but I would really say high school. I had a friend who was really into it. Her parents had a barn not too far from where we lived and went to school at. And I seeing her being so involved in it, she really pulled me into really getting involved in horses and stuff like that. So I would say high school, 8th grade, 9th grade. Is when I really got into.
Okay, so when were you exposed to everything that goes on outside of just, being in the horses? And I want to get into the trail ride scene, but everything else outside of just loving country life.
And I literally just said this to somebody the other day. Literally, I wasn't aware of all of the horrendous stuff that happens until I was an adult. Because as a kid, I was one of the guys. Right. I was a tomboy. I stayed in the child's place when it came to, I wasn't sneaking and drinking at trail rides and stuff like that. I was literally being a kid.
Yeah.
So when all of the saying that the women was fighting because the man got caught in the trailer and stuff like that, I didn't know about that kind of stuff until I was an adult.
Okay.
So when it comes to people saying like, "Oh, you been in it," no, I was not privy to this until I became an adult.
So you didn't know about trail. You did know about trail rides.
Yes.
You just wasn't privy to everything that was going on.
Happening. Yes, I was just at the rides.
I mean, that's what kids supposed to be.
Exactly.
Hey,
yeah.
Get out of grown folk business.
I was not. And that's we're in a series right now at my church, the Luke, for mature audience only. And today's sermon was this is being out of grown folks' business.
Yeah.
Like this is a grown folks conversation. I literally stayed in a child's place when I was a child.
That's a big part of what the community and the problem in the community is right now. Kids don't stay out of grown folk business.
Yes, no more. And this day and time, they allow their children to be in everything at the rides. At nighttime, usually they used to make the kids go to the campus. You stay over here by the campus. You can't be over there at the dance and stuff like. These kids are involved in everything.
Okay, so let me ask you this: when you say adult, okay, you become an adult, and then you figure out that all of these things are going on. What was the first time you said, "Oh, this is different from when I was a child"?
I'm going to say, I'm not, even in high school when I went to trail rides, I didn't see the kind of drama like this right here. Okay. So I would really say, honestly, I stepped away from the trail ride scene maybe I graduated in 2014. I'm going to say like 2015, 16. I didn't come back around and then going to dances and trail rides until 2022.
Wow. So this has been recent.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure 2022 is when everything started.
I met him in 2022 when I came back on the scene.
Okay, so let's just get into it then. We've got the upbringing, got a little bit of the background. How did you, and I'm sure a lot of people know, so we can say his name if you don't mind.
Yeah, no.
How did you and Chris meet?
At a place called the Roundup.
Is that a trail ride?
Roundup. No, it's a little hole in the wall.
Okay.
On the south side.
Okay.
On Alameda, it was on Alameda Genoa. Unfortunately, they had a fire incident where it burned down. Wow. But it was a cooler spot where everybody, went after dances. So a dance is basically like what a Zydeco band play, and then it's like the after spot for that. And people, even if we had say Crab Junkie on the north side, once that's done, everybody come all the way to the south side to the Roundup.
Wow.
I actually met him there.
Because you just said something. So let's break it down. So there's dances, there's trail rides, and then there's what was the other?
Like a little hole in a little spot.
So because I'm from Houston, but I ain't privy to that scene.
Yeah.
Every time I ain't gonna lie, sorry to the trail riders or people who into horses. Every time I hear about trail rides or people who love animals and horses and stuff like that, it's always something like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I wouldn't even tell
I don't never hear about the good stuff.
I wouldn't say, and that's what I want to say too. I do want to let people know it is not all bad. Yeah. You can go and have you a funky good time and go home. Yeah. You always gonna have those bad apples. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just like the club scene.
Yeah, 100%.
You hear about people getting shot in the club. Yeah. You get shot in the church.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not all bad. All trail ride groups are not bad. All trail rides are not bad. You just have your fun and go home. Yeah. If you know you can't handle your liquor, don't go to these people's stuff, fighting and getting belligerent and end up going to jail because you don't know how to hold your liquor. Yeah, yeah. So, I wouldn't even steer people away from going to trail rides. Okay. Even if you haven't experienced, at least experience it one time so you can say, I'm not doing that no more. Before
I got into the whole story on TikTok, soon as I seen it going viral, I said, man, look, this is a post that I made. Right. If you got anything to do with a trail ride or horse or anything, don't even look at me. I want nothing to do with you. That was my post.
That's the only thing I wouldn't suggest. Don't date nobody.
Because it was like, it's like every time I see something going on.
I wouldn't suggest nobody to date anybody. No, absolutely not. Even the married people.
So you and Chris, y'all meet at the Roundup. Does he approach you? You approach him? How does that go?
Actually, him and he's a big dude. Okay. Like he not super big, but he's tall and stocky and got a belly. And it's so small in there. And I'm the type, especially because I was just learning how to dance then. I hate when people that don't know how to dance or is not dancing come stand on the dance floor. Please,
in the way.
Please get out of the way. I know I'm already standing here, so don't come stand in front of me. Him and another big old guy came and stood right in front of me. So me, I've always been very dominant and upfront, and so I politely tapped him on his shoulder. I said, "Excuse me, sir. Your daddy not no glass maker. I was standing here." And
that's some country shit to say. Your dad ain't no glass maker.
I mean, and he looked back and looked down at me and was like, you want to dance? I was like, no. Yeah. Just get out the way. That was that. It was another place on the north side on Homestead called Headquarters. Rest in peace, Headquarters. Golly, I miss Headquarters. That's when we not exchanged numbers. He ended up DMing me the next day after we met there. But I initially met him at the Roundup.
Okay. So did you initially take him up on his offer when he DM'd you? Because I see that you said, "Hey man, now I want to dance. Get your ass away from me."
Exactly.
In my way.
Yeah. Roundup, no.
Okay.
I didn't take him up. Exchange numbers with him until he DM'd me after Headquarters one night.
Okay. So I seen in the story, I went down through there.
Yeah,
I went through the Facebook post.
Yes.
I did my research.
Absolutely.
I listened to every TikTok. As soon as I seen one of you, I said, "Hey man, you got to come tell this on the podcast."
Right.
So I seen a part where you said you fell quick.
It was scary.
And I made the comment that I said, everybody always making these posts that say, "Oh, I fall in love 3 to 5 business days." No, it's some motherfuckers who really fall in love in 3 to 5 business days. That's real though.
And that's I don't regret this or nothing because I did. He was a truck driver. He told me he was CDL, which I of course found out that wasn't true, but that's neither here nor there. He was hot shot and was on the road. Mm-hmm. When we exchanged numbers, he had then got on the road. He had left from here. He told me he left from Headquarters and got on the road. And just from conversation, just from who he made himself appear to be to me, I was like, dang, like this the type of dude. This is what I want. This is what I want for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Ciara's prayer.
You know, you know. And so I can admit that initially, it was one specific thing that it wasn't a red flag, but it was like, you don't keep your word. Because I ended up losing $40 after leaving fuel allowance one night. I told him just off the strength of telling him about my night. And unprovoked, he was like, when my check hit, I'm sending your $40 back. I get my own money. I do hair. I can make you an outfit right now out of some stuff you don't even want in your closet no more. Mm-hmm. So I don't have my hand out asking no man for nothing. Right. But I'm a woman of my word. So if that was me that told him, hey, when I get paid, I'm going to send your $40 back just because you lost it. Mm-hmm. He never sent the $40 back.
So they raised your eyebrow.
It was like, ooh. But that's not nothing to cut nobody off for, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A little hot little 40. That's something somebody leave on the dresser for somebody that didn't.
But I do agree.
You know?
Don't say nothing you ain't going to do.
And man, if I could go to the bank right now with all of those unprovoked lies and promises, I'll be rich.
All right, so you give them an opportunity. Now y'all talking. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's just get into the meat and potatoes of everything. When was the first thing that and everything started spiraling? What was the first incident that made everything start going downhill?
I want to say after my dad passed away. Okay. So I met him. I think it was August. No, I met him. We exchanged numbers. I want to say maybe July. I want to say July because I ended up, no, I'm lying. I don't want to be him. I graduated cosmetology school September of 2022. Okay. I met him a couple days after I graduated cosmetology school. Okay. We got together like quick. It was like, I'm not even going to say he love bombed me. I fell in love with him. I was like, oh, this who I feel like I want to be with. Yeah. My dad, no. Unfortunately, his grandfather passed away in October of 2022.
Okay, so let me just get a timeline again.
Okay,
so
yes.
September 2022, that's when you graduate cosmetology.
I get with him.
School. Mm-hmm. You get with him. Up until when did y'all when did you finally say, okay, this is too much, this is not who this man is? When was the end?
June 28th of 2024.
So, 2 years. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about all of this that's about to be talked about was a span of 2 years.
Yes.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Yes.
So his grandfather passed.
Yes, in October. And
September, October.
Yes,
Wow. Okay.
yes, it was quick. And when us, of course, him being a truck driver, we talking and texting all the time. And so he's explaining to me how his grandfather is a pillar in his life, and he did this and do that and do this. And so me being a big grandparents girl, my grandparents are my world. So I'm a type of person, if I love you, I'm starting to love you, even if I like you, we cool, anything, I kind of make your problems my problems and put your weight on me. You know what I'm saying? Just as I feel I'm an empath, so I should say. And so he was letting me know that his grandfather had like strokes and stuff like that and basically was declining. And then let me know that he passed away. But not only did he let me know that he passed away, he called hysterically and was like, I just found my papa. I gotta call my mom and them. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm at this point, I'm panicking because I'm like, no way. Like, I know for me, that's the last thing I want to do is walk in my grandparents' house and find my grandfather.
Oh,
dead.
he was saying that he found him passed away.
He called me and told me that he went to bring his grandfather some food. His grandfather did not answer the front door, so he ran around back. The back door was open, and I'm gonna tell you as if I'm him telling me the story. I went through the back. And I opened the door and I did what I usually do. I was scrambling through his mail. I picked up his mail, looking through his mail, and I called to the back. I'm like, hey, old man, you don't hear me in here? And I didn't hear no answer. So I went to the back, and he was sitting up in his bed, and the rigor mortis had already set in. So I broke down and called my mom and them and told them I found Papa dead. I later found out that was false. His big sister found their grandfather and called them to let them know that their grandfather had passed away.
Quick break. No, not break, but the story, I was so into what you were just saying, I'm thinking this is the truth. So are you sitting here telling me that he went in such detail and none of this was the truth? Okay, how did you find out that this wasn't the truth?
When the situation happened with him taking me to the girl's house while I'm passed out in my car, his brother came to try to get his PS5 from me.
Okay.
And he then let me know that I told him all of the lies that was told to me, and he was like, that's not true. That's not how that happened.
Wow. Okay. Let's rewind, go back to the grandfather. Now what's next after the October?
So it's October. Let's do the September, October, November, December. Here comes December. My dad passes away. I go on a cruise beginning of December with my cousins and my uncle. It's like I call him, that's my funky bud, but he like a dad.
Okay.
Always been there. I love him to death. He take us on a cruise. We come back from the cruise, but while I'm on the cruise, my sister, who was with me when the whole taking me to the girl house happened, which is my blood little sister, she ends up calling me while I'm on the cruise. And she was like, Amariah, Daddy not gonna make it too much longer. Like, I don't know when y'all coming back, but hopefully you back soon before, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, the last night on the boat, I flip out. Because I'm just like, no, please, Lord, don't take my daddy while I'm on this boat. Like, so thankfully, I made it back in time. And I get back in town, and he was driving my car because when I met him, he told me that the truck that he pulled up on me the first night in was his, but it was totaled because a girl ran a light and hit and totaled the truck. So he was without a car. So I had a Pontiac that I had bought from my uncle during cosmetology school. And so while I was out of town on the cruise, he had the car. And so he came back. When I pulled up to me and my cousins and stuff, I lived with Funky Bud.
Okay.
And we came back home. He pulled up in the car. He had the roses and the card and the bag of stuff. Like, oh, I missed you, yada, yada, this and the third. Yeah, so we went to go and see my dad, and we went to go see my dad, and we knew when I got up there, we knew like this was gonna be one of the last times. This was gonna be one of the last times that I seen my daddy alive. So he was there. He was there every step of the way. We at the hospital, and we sitting in the room, and my stepmom goes to She goes to sign the papers basically saying like, yeah, this it. We gonna pull the plug, and after we pull the plug, that's when he's slowly gone, and then that's gonna be it. So, of course, I was raised in the church. I forgot to mention that about my upbringing. God, it's nobody but God that brought me out of this. Mm-hmm. And everybody talking about timing and she stayed and this is in the third. Trust me, God has dealt with me when it comes to this situation, because like I stated, and I will continue to say, and because I'm not ashamed, I went against God for this man. Mm. And he showed me why I should never, ever do nothing like that.
Right.
But back to the hospital. Everybody's in the room, everybody, him included, everybody in the room, and he got his football players coming in. He got his, they tan us up because these young boys in there. I'm talking about balling. Mm-hmm. And so they finally pulled the plug, and so I sing. And so I remember, I think I sung a song, and then I was like, I'm sitting there praying, and I'm just like, Lord, you let him live 5 long years after all of this has already happened. Just do it for us this one more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, please. So I'm laying there, and I laid next to my dad in the bed with him while everybody else everybody in the room, and I end up dozing off. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, I wake up to, it was just like a faint breath. Mm. And he's right there next to me the whole time. Mm-hmm. Chris speaking.
Right.
And next thing you know, the thing went flatline. Mm. My dad gone. And I went into I lost it. Yeah. I'm just like, Lord, please, no. Like, come on, man, no. Yeah. No way, no, ain't no way, no way, no way, no way. And he's there. He's there. He's there. And I know people used to make jokes about how if a dude move in with you too quick, they homeless. Mm-hmm. And so he had been spending the night and stuff before we went on a cruise, but after that, boom, he was at the house.
Every day.
Mind you, I'm living with my uncle. I have a room in my uncle's house. Yeah. So he's there. Like, he live there. Yeah. He's a resident. Yeah. So dude is there with the funeral plan, and we had a cold December that 2022. Ooh, yeah, we did. Man, yeah, I'm talking about it was cold. We almost had to cancel my daddy's funeral because it was like below zero or something like that.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was cold. But that boy was, every step, that boy was there. He was there. Mm-hmm. That boy was in there playing in my face this whole time. And my dad playing it. You stood in that room while my daddy died, cheating on me.
That's crazy.
And after you've lost this big pillar in your life. Yeah. So then I wasn't aware of the cheating.
Right.
I didn't find out I was being cheated on until June of 2023.
Man, that's a long time. So how was the span from December, your father passes December 2022, then you find out, this is the first time you got an inkling that he's cheating on you. How was that time frame? Was it good? Was it okay? Because I don't want to make it all bad if it wasn't all bad.
No. That was my best friend.
Okay.
I'm not, that's no secret.
Okay.
He wasn't my best friend, obviously.
Right.
But that was my dog.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, you couldn't fix your lips and tell me nothing about Chris.
Yeah.
Whatever Chris said went.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't even on no, just like, I wasn't being stupid at that time. Right. I've never intentionally been stupid.
Yeah,
or intentionally be dumb.
Hey, listen, let me just say this. It's two men sitting here. When you got a manipulator on your hands, I've been one. When you got a manipulator on your hands, it ain't you being stupid. I promise you, ladies, it's not you being stupid. It's just us knowing who we have and what's in front of us and what we're able to do.
Right.
And what y'all allow. That's not being stupid. That's just being taken advantage of. Anyway, from December to June, I don't want to get too many secrets because I still might be. The Lord's still working on me. December to June 23rd, your best friends, nobody could tell you shit about Chris. Mm-hmm. When you found out that you were being betrayed, when was this? The first time or when you had the first inkling of being betrayed?
The first time that I found out I was being betrayed was June of 2023.
Okay.
But I want to go back a little bit of when the physical abuse started.
Okay.
My dad passed away December 15th. We had his funeral December 22nd. Mm-hmm. We had a Christmas party maybe Christmas or the 26th or something like that. And we ended up getting into it behind something. I can't remember what it was that we got into it about. And we at the party at my uncle's house. And all I remember is we get into it. I decide I had been drinking a little bit, but I'm the kind of drinker where I know my limit and I know when I done went too far. Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go pop me a squat somewhere or go to sleep. And then if I get up in time, the party's still going on, I'm gonna join. But if it's not, I'll see y'all next time. Yeah. So as far as I remember, that's what happened. But I went to the room to get away because I'm not arguing in front of my family. He come up there, we arguing. Next thing you know, I wake up on this bed is a perfect example. This couch is a perfect example because this is how my bed was set up in the room. I wake up right here in front of on the side of my bed with my head on my bed, and I'm just like, and I look down, I'm like, ain't no way I got that drunk through I done peed on myself. Yeah. No, absolutely not. So of course I get up and I go get in the shower as a grown woman, adult dude that has pissed on themselves. Mm-hmm. And as I'm in the shower, the hot water hitting me, I got my back turned towards the hot water, and I'm just like, I'm appalled that I was sitting in my own urine. So I'm just like, no way I got that drunk. So I turn, and I'm telling y'all this because I'm literally vaguely remembering it. I turned towards the hot water, and I literally put my face in the hot water, and I literally turned into That's So Raven. It was like, everything from in that room came back. It started replaying from me coming up the stairs, us arguing, and it showed me. He grabbed my neck and held my neck and picked my feet up off the ground. And all I felt was myself going like this. He choked the piss out of me and choked me to sleep. Cut the light off, left me in the room, went back down to the party with my family. Okay. In the shower, I remember this. I get out of the shower. I go beat on my sister's door. I'm like, y'all, he choked me to sleep. He really choked me to sleep. They like, what? I was wondering why he left after y'all came from upstairs, after he came from upstairs, and that must have been, that's when they came to the realization, like, wow, that really happened. But of course, like you said, when I brought it to him, he gaslit me and made me think this was a dream. That did not happen. That was not true. He made me believe that did not happen.
That's crazy.
He honestly made me believe that I'm talking about, it rolls off his tongue so easy, it's scary. Yeah. That boy made me believe that I was dreaming. Like I made this up in my mind, like I was tripping.
Okay, so that's the first time
of abuse. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So was it more times that he abused you before you found out that that was the only time before you found out that he was betraying you?
Yes.
So how did that was crazy. That shit got my head hurting a little bit. So the first time that he betrayed you, how did that come about?
So
this is in June?
This is in June of 2023.
And he choked you in December?
December of 2022.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So of course all that time after that, of course, I basically like told myself like, girl, obviously you are tripping. You know what I'm saying? So of course it's January. We still at my uncle's house. We still living together at my uncle's house. February, March, I think me and my sister had an altercation. And I ended up leaving my uncle's house and going back to my mom's. I go back to my mom's and I'm going to go back.
Okay.
January, February. Like I said, December was the first thing of abuse, and then after my dad's funeral, he started being mean. It was like it switched. And I was just like, dang, like, what's up? But who he presented himself to me to be, cheating was the last thing that was on my mind. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking like, dang, maybe, grief beating him up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm not looking too deep into it because of the simple fact is I'm big on mental health, and I'm very big on men's mental health because y'all feel like y'all got to be tough. Y'all feel like y'all got to be the one to, no, if you got to cry. Yeah. Cause don't be being mean to me when all you got to do, if you just have something on your chest, let it off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So February come and he's just being mean and I'm going through grief. That grief was tearing me up. It was tearing me up mainly because me and my dad was in the hospital in September.
And that was the Real Deal. It was a big trail ride. And I was on my way to Real Deal. And my dad was in the hospital. And my dad was the type, he used to, he felt like you were supposed to pick up your phone and call him.
Yeah.
And I used to tell him, Daddy, you're the dad. You're the parent. And what you're not going to do is call my phone going off on me. I'm in Cavender's getting me some boots. I pick up my phone. He in the hospital bed.
Going off.
And bro, I'm in the hospital and you ain't called me. I said, hold on. Wait a minute, pimp. This my 346.
Yeah.
You're not about to call. If you miss me and you want me to come see you, you say that.
Yeah.
Because at the time, I was going through a thing of my own because I found a lump in my breast. And they were saying that it was possibly cancerous. So it was a prolonged process because they really couldn't figure out if it was cancerous or not. Glory be to God, it was benign.
Okay.
It's still a lump in my breast, but it's nothing. It's just a little ball in my little chest that I have. So, so I ended up telling my dad that. I'm like, hey, do you even know what I'm going through? This and the third. So that I was just like, yeah. So when it came to that was weighing on me too. Because, of course, after that, I called my daddy and I apologized for hanging up his face going off. And after that, we was good. My daddy picked up his phone and called, even if he was in the hospital, called, hey, Emerald, I miss you. What you doing? We talk, chop it up. Because my dad was somebody I could sit on the phone and talk to. We going to shoot the shit. We gonna chop it up and he going to tell me the real. You going to tell me when I'm wrong. And, you know, so after that, after I went off on him, we was good. So I didn't have no regret, like, oh, I went off on my daddy. But I'm like, dang, I kind of wish that conversation I had was like, man, I love you, da-da-da, da-da-da. So that was weighing on me. The grief was weighing on me hard, man, hard. And then as a woman, I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do something with this cosmetology stuff. I just graduated from Paul Mitchell. I don't know if I want to get a suite. I don't know if I want to go work in somebody's shop. I don't even know if I want to do hair no more. Yeah. And I done went through 9 months of cosmetology school. Like, the dude that I love, it seemed like I can't talk to him because he seemed distracted, but like I said, the cheating was the furthest thing from my mind. Right. I would have bet my last dollar that he wasn't. So, February, it was bad. And come March, the group that he's in has an annual trail ride. And I had did a client in March. And that day, it was like a week I wasn't myself. I had my location off on my phone. I really wasn't talking to people. I would have eaten. I was doing hair. I was getting my money. Yeah. But that was it. Yeah. I'll go in my room, be in the dark, sleep all day until my client come. And so that day I had a client and I decided I'm tired. I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. Yeah. My daddy done died. I don't know what I want to do with my life at the time. 2022, I was 26. I just turned 28 this year, so I was 26. And of course, social media can play a part in like you feel like you ain't doing enough, or you know what I'm saying? Like you have accomplished this, but you still ain't got this, or you have this. So that was tearing me up. And then on top, to add insult to injury, the person I consider my best friend that I'm in love with is not mentally here for me. So. I did my client hair. I went in that room and I cried. I tried to pray, but I was just like, I've never said if God, but I was just like, he not listening to me. Mm-hmm. So I sat there and I started writing out my feelings. I'm trying to vent to God right, and it's not working. I flipped the next page. I started telling my family, hey, I ain't been myself for a while, and none of y'all have noticed. Mm-hmm. Nobody has called to see why my location is off. Nobody has called to say, hey, I know you just lost your daddy. You want to go eat. No. So you know what? I'm done. Don't come looking for me. I hope that this teaches y'all to check on y'all people. I grabbed my keys, got in my car, my little red Pontiac that I bought for my uncle. I drove to Galveston. And my granny had given me some sleeping pills that she had. Took them with me too. I drove to Galveston. When I got there, I got a room. Because I was like, dang, am I really about to do this? Like, this really it. I got the room. I checked in, went in the room. I was laying on the bed. I'm like, bro, this it. I'm through. But I said, I prayed again. And I was like, let me go and And I make jokes out of everything. I have really, really dark humor. It's unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. I will make a joke out of anything. I'm the wrong person to sit next to at a funeral. I sung at my daddy's funeral, cried, almost fell out and everything. Me and my sister went, sat down, and was sitting there laughing. So, I was like, let me go sit at the bar and cry and vent to the bartender and see if they can say some stuff that'll make me change my mind, or see if I can meet some cool white lady that'll make
now
me.
Now you done put yourself in a movie.
You hear me? I'm like, let me see if I could, because this is far. I've never gotten this low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've never in my life gotten this low to where I feel like, ooh, this, like, I really can't take no more. Like, this it. I go to this little Mexican restaurant. I sit at the bar. I get me a little margarita, and it's these drunk white ladies next to me. They belligerent.
Not it really was some people there to fill out what you wanted to happen.
Blind,
That's
I'm
crazy.
Blind. And y'all don't see no wings.
Yeah.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I get to this thing, I get me a mango margarita with some tahini on the rim. I got the big boy too. Cause I'm like, I'm finna go do it, you know? And of course, bartender, they making their money, so of course they ain't paying attention, so I can't sit and vent to them. Yeah. The white lady, of course, she drunk, but she see that the tears was dropping down my eyes. She was like, what's wrong with you, sweetheart? I was like, nothing. She was like, yes, it is. But she's drunk, but she really on it. She like, girl, and so she tapped her friend. She was like, look at her. Let's get her to turn up with us. So she gave me another word. What's wrong with you? So I said, I was truthful with her. I said, I ain't gonna lie, man. I came down here to end it. Her face turned up. She said, end what? I said, I'm ready to die. That lady bust out crying. Yes, she was drunk. Don't you ever say anything like that. I can't remember if she said it was a son or a daughter that did that to me, and I'm still living with that right now. Don't you ever. And she started going off. Mm-hmm. You know what? You're going to come out with us tonight. We're going clubbing, and I'm going to turn it around for you. But she started, I don't like being touched.
Yeah.
And so she was getting too touchy-feely, so I slid actually, she told the bartender to put all my drinks and stuff on her tab. And so she was still adamant on, you going out with me. And I didn't want to go out. I did feel sorry that she did have to deal with that herself. But my thing is, I'm not for suicide, but I'm not going to say I'm against it. Because of the simple fact is, you can't tell somebody how much they can take. You can't, just because you strong, you can't put your strength on somebody. We wish that we can, and I have a fortunate problem too, trying to be God, trying to help people, and trying to say, there's nothing that you can do about stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, yeah, this it. And so fortunately for me, not unfortunately for me, because it is unfortunate, she ended up getting up and going like to the end of the bar, and so I slid off. And I went and got in my car, and I went back to the room. And that night I got in there, full off them margaritas, and I laid down. And ended up going to sleep. Mind you, my phone is powered off and stuff like that. For some odd reason, that morning, when I woke up, the power in the room wasn't on. Like the clocks on the tile table, how they have, and the microwave clock wasn't on. Couldn't see the time. And I ended up turning my phone back on. And you know iPhones, even if you've powered that location off before you turned that phone back on, that location gonna come back on when you power that phone off. So as soon as I turn the phone on to see the time, I turn it back off. I sigh, I'm like, I don't want to die on no empty stomach, so let me go get me a steak omelet from Denny's. Nothing from IHOP. I'm already skinny. Let me at least die with some food on my stomach. Like, and it's not a joke. It's just like, I'm alive to tell y'all this. Yeah. So I go get my omelet, and I get in my car, and I park on the seawall. I swallow every pill in that bottle. I climbed in my back seat and laid down. Only thing I remember is hearing the cars pass by. And then that was it. I don't remember nothing else after that. Only thing I remember is my door flying open and them pulling me out the backseat of my car. My sister and them tell me that I had left my phone sitting on top. I had tent on that Pontiac. Doors was locked in there. I left my phone sitting on top of the Pontiac. Some Hispanic men got my phone and called the last person that I had talked to, which was my sister. But when I powered my phone back on that morning to check the time, my sister was watching that location. She snapped that location as soon as it turned back on, and then it went off. So she knew exactly where I was at. My mama and them was already on the way. They had already called Galveston PD. It's a Pontiac somewhere. Go. That Pontiac need to be found. Go find the Pontiac. That's how the people came and pulled me out the back seat. They transported me to the hospital. I get to the hospital. My people and them get there. And, of course, I'm ecstatic that my people are there for me. But, of course, where's Chris? We live together.
What now?
Well, so they tell me, they asking them, where you at? We here. Where are you? The very same trail ride that boy drove me in my backseat and me and my sister in my backseat drugged to another girl house was the very same trail ride that he was at in Sealy, Texas, and was lying, telling my people he was on the way.
After you almost checked out of here, he in Sealy, Texas. You in Galveston. Whew.
And it's crazy, and that's what all the people are on, and I'm gonna keep referring to them because these people are killing me. Faith, they're not killing me. It's just it's really shocking that these people are. You knew all this and you stayed. Because even after this situation, they had checked me into a mental ward, but they transferred me from Galveston to Houston. I was there, and that's when I realized I will never do nothing like that ever again in my life. Because I was in that place with people that's really crazy. I'm talking about them folks was in there talking to themselves, having full-blown dialogue, conversation. I'm walking past a lady, and she saying, yes. No, I didn't say that. No. I say, oh, no. I say, ma'am, can I call my mama? I just wanted to die. I'm not crazy. I knew exactly what I was doing. This is not for me. This is not the place I need to be. Lord, I'm sorry. I fell to my knees and everything. I'm talking about y'all, everything in the room was made of plastic. And what I had on was plastic. You couldn't even move the bed. The bed was nailed down to the floor. Oh my God. I said, no, Lord, I am sorry. I will never play with you like this ever again in my life. Jesus, please get me out of here. I was trying to go to sleep. It was people in the next room screaming, saying, get off me. And they was in there by themselves. I said, Jesus, look, out grief. Just help me with my grief. I promise I won't do nothing like this ever again. Please, 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 please.
So all of this is still in March.
This is March
2023.
2023.
Okay, so when he didn't show up, right? one of the people that you wanted to be there when you opened your eyes, he's not there. What was that very next conversation with Chris?
It's so embarrassing to say because I get what they say. Oh, you still with me? But I got out of the mental. I was calling, and then the only way that people could call me if they had a code, a number. So of course, because he didn't show up, my people interceded and was like, "You can't know where she at. You're not gonna know where she at." So he wasn't. He wasn't able to call me while I was in there. But of course, I called him, and I get out. I was only in there for about 2 days. I got out on a Sunday, and a Sunday is usually the day when everybody going home from the trail ride, everybody dispersing. And so as I'm on my way home, that's when I finally get a text message. I'm not sure what's going on with you. This is the text message. I'm not sure what's going on or what happened, but I hope you okay. I love you. Please call me. But I'm not taking up for him. I will never take up for him. I don't have spit for him if he on fire right now. I will tell my mama and them did tell me that they did not tell him where I was at. They did not tell him what was happening after them initially telling them, we on the way to Galveston because Ra almost killed herself. So he knew what had happened, but he wasn't aware of the severity of it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the love that I still have for him, it allowed me to overlook the fact that he didn't come for me. He reached out now, you know what I'm saying? But it did dawn on me like, oh, it's Sunday. Trail ride over. Now I gotta get my girl back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But me still loving him, how I loved him. Mind you, we just had got together that September prior. Yeah. This was only a few months. And like I said, I had already fallen in love with him. I didn't just love Chris. I was in love with him. Right. Like, I was in love with that boy. So, me coming out of what I had just come out of, I was just like, maybe I need to see what's your thoughts on this. What we at now with this? And of course, I get the message, and no, he come in my face. I hate that this happened, and you know, I wouldn't do nothing to harm you, or this is in the third. Da, da, da. He sung that song that I like to hear. Mm-hmm. So boom, that was that. We back at it, like crack at it.
And again, I want to take a break and say, y'all cannot control who you love, who you in love with, how you love this person, and how you continue to give them chances. Yeah. This woman is not crazy. She was just in love. Yeah. Love will make you do some crazy things. Ooh. I promise you. I've been there. Just want to keep, I'm going to keep on this certain day because you keep saying people calling you crazy. Yeah. This shit is not crazy because y'all ain't strong enough to come sit on this couch and tell the stories. Because I know y'all got some stories. Because I done been on the other side of the story. I know somebody got some stories about me. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But, so, y'all back is one. Y'all back, you know, doing what y'all do. This is now, are y'all still in March or have we went on to April?
No, we've gone on. Okay. His birthday is in April. And I think we ended up getting into it again like around his birthday. So I wasn't with him on his birthday. And oh, man, April 2023. Rest in peace, JP. My longtime friend I've been knowing since the 9th grade was killed at a trail ride.
I think I saw that story too.
And he was a mutual friend of ours, but with him being the exaggerator and liar that he is, now that I know, they weren't as close as he made it out to be. But I knew Javaris. I knew JP. I knew Portier. We were friends for a very, 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 very long time. And at the trail ride in April, he passed away April 9th of 2023. So after March, after the whole suicide incident, the trail ride, April. Mm-hmm. We go to the trail ride in Beaumont, Texas, and Lil Nate is playing, and he get to playing bussin', and they literally got to bussin'. Shots rang out, people get to fighting, everybody bomb rush towards the end, and Lil Nate don't play. You get to fighting, shooting while he playing, that's it. He unplugging his accordion, that's it, gonna go home. And that's exactly what he did. So everybody starts going towards the exit. Chris and I standing next at the exit with 2 other girls, and JP walk up. JP loved Duce. That boy loved him some Duce or Crown. And he walk up with his bottle, and he offered me a shot. What's up? I mean, not what's up, because we had already spoke while the dance was going on. And he walk up with his Duce bottle, and he give me a shot. I take a shot. He get a bottle to Chris. Chris take a shot. We standing there talking, joking. A fight break out to the right of us. Of course, everybody's still leaving and stuff like this too. So the fight breaks out, and JP run over there. Chris follow behind him. I follow behind Chris. Because I'm just like, wait, what you even running over here for? I ain't over there fighting. So, but of course, that's his partner. So he run behind JP. JP is attempting to break up a fight. Everything is so much going on. All these engines are revving because all these trucks, people trying to do their little circles in the mud, all this kind of stuff. Nobody heard gunshots go off. So as he's breaking up the fight, Chris is breaking up another fight. I'm standing next to Chris, but I'm also recording because I'm not fighting. Yeah. And I want to see what was going on because I'm looking at it, but I want to actually go back and see who was fighting, who got beat up. Let me see what I can, you know what I'm saying, see. As I'm recording, I hear Chris say, "Well, Portier." I look around, and then I look, and Portier laid down in the mud. I instantly go into a panic. I'm like, no way, no way. And he down like, man, he holding the side. So Chris and another dude get to picking him up and move. I'm like, if y'all don't stop moving this boy, lay him down. Please lay him down. Like, stop moving him. I end up getting into an altercation with another dude because he ended up hitting me, and I ended up hitting him back because I don't know what he thought was what I was trying to do or what he thought was happening, but he hit me. So, of course, I get up and still back off on him. Yeah. Him and another dude start getting into it. I go back to Portier because I'm not worried about you. You just dry hit a woman for nothing, whatever. And so I finally get them to lay him down straight, and I open his jacket up. I pull his shirt up. I'm like, where you hit at? And I finally find it. So of course I put my hands and stuff on the pressure, put pressure on it, and somebody took their shirt off and handed it to me, and I told somebody else to So I go up to his face. I'm holding his face. I'm like, hey JP, look at me. Look, hey, come here, 48. You know who I am, right? You know who you're talking to. And up until that boy last breath, he was playing. Love that boy to death. Up until his last, he was playing. I said, you know who I am, right? Look at me. You know who I am, right? He looking up at me, saying, girl, you know I know who you are. This hurt. I'm like, oh, that's cool. We got some help on the way. Just keep breathing for me. Keep breathing. And I felt that his breath was just slowly. It was fast. And so I'm standing. I'm holding his head, talking to him like, just stay conscious. Talk to me. This fool Chris starts getting into it with the police. I'm like, bruh, this is not the time to play tough. You finna go to jail, and this boy laying here shot. Chill out. I had to stop Aid and Portier to stop them from arresting him. That's crazy. I get back to Portier, and when I get back down there, I hold his head again, and he looking at me, but I see he going out. And he finally, like, closes his eyes and just stop. So I'm in his chest. I'm CPR, mouth to mouth, CPR, mouth to mouth. I get him back. Some other girl attempts to CPR when I already got him back. Well, I move her hand. I'm like, hey, stop. Like, no. Wait a minute. No, you don't do that if I already got him back up conscious. We good. Just stop. Just if you gonna stay right here, stay right. But don't do that no more. I already did that. Ambulance, it was so packed at the trail ride, the ambulance couldn't even get in there. Mind y'all, we had to walk far to even get in there to the dance. So they finally get a gurney to us. And it wasn't even a gurney. It was like something like a paddleboard. Yeah. You know, the thin ones that you could put your hands in and carry. So we ended up getting them on that and had to walk to the street. Walked the long way that we had to walk in now to the street with him. That's crazy. We walked to the end of the street. We get him now. We got to sit him down on the ground because the ambulance still can't get through. That's crazy. So that's more time wasted. We still waiting. Finally, it was somebody that was like shot in the leg or something like that. 2 people that was shot in one of the ambulances. So they decided their injuries weren't severe, so pull him out of there, get him in one. They finally get him up on the actual, the gurney, the stretcher, to be able to put him in there. As we walking with the stretcher, try to get him in the ambulance, the paramedics are asking, what's his age? How old is it? I'm telling them all this information, but they not listening to me because there's other people yelling out random stuff. Somebody said the boy was like 32. JP laying on the stretcher, playing still. That boy said, I said, boy, stop playing. Like, why are you shot? Why are you playing? But that's who he was. He died being himself. Yeah. And so I'm like, bro, we good. You all right. You cool. And so they finally get him in the stretcher. They finally get him in the ambulance. And Chris and I was finna get back there, but they told us that we couldn't. And so, like I said, with him being he want to be involved in everything. He want to have a part and a piece in everything. So of course he wanted to be the one with JP when this happened. My homeboy got shot. I was there with him. Okay, cool. You got that. So they couldn't even get down the street. Couldn't even turn the ambulance around. Ambulance ended up hitting somebody's car. That's crazy. Trying to get out of there. So as we they ended up letting us in the ambulance, but then told us we had to get out. We got out of the ambulance. He had said that he drove his daddy motorcycle to the ride. So he went back into the far walk that we went to go get the motorcycle. And I said I was finna go get in my car to follow the ambulance to the hospital. The ambulance finally was able to turn around. When they finally turned around, I'm running to my car. The ambulance came next to me, stopped. Get in. Let me get in the front seat of the ambulance. I gave my keys to the girls that I was with and was like, hey, if y'all gonna come, but if not, y'all can take my car back to Houston. I'll get away back to Houston. I'm in the ambulance and I'm yelling to the back. I'm like, hey, JP, 48, pull through. Hold on, bro, hold on. We getting you to the hospital, hold on. And I look back and they back there working on him and I'm like, hold on. So the paramedics, they hearing me say his name, so they telling him the same thing. Hold on, 48, we getting you there. I've never rode in an ambulance before from the front. So I didn't know that you could see from the front to the back. So I looked back and that scarred me. It told me up because I already had to do CPR on him. Now I'm seeing him. Once I look back the second time, they back that in his chest. Yeah. I'm like, man, that means he done went out again. Mm-hmm. So I'm still talking. I'm like, come on, 48, come on. We almost there. I knew he passed away because the ambulance turned the sirens off. Damn. Turned the sirens off. And we had a good 7 more minutes to get to the hospital. And so by the time we got to the hospital, I jumped out But I knew better than to try to run up to the stretcher because then they could try to arrest me or stop me from seeing them or something like that. So I stood by the door of the ambulance. They pulled him out, and he was stretched out. He was gone.
So, from December to April, you've dealt with 3 deaths now. His grandfather, your dad, now Portier. And almost your own.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
My aunt passed away in March, too.
That's a lot. I'm surprised you still sitting here able to tell these stories.
Yeah.
But God.
God.
But
oh,
God.
Yeah, my God don't play.
So, okay. Portier passed away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you told all of that because this plays into whatever you're about to tell us next about the situation between you and Chris.
Yes.
So let's go there.
So that's April. That's April. We got May. Yeah, we got May. May was cool. We didn't have too much. We were separate because, like I said, I was living with my mom, and then he told me that he was living with his dad, and his dad is this big time dope dealer, and he was staying with his dad at the trap that they had. But some people live in the traps. Like it's not too horrible. Like it's a nice apartment, but they sell sell out of there.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's where he was at, the dad's house, and I was in my mom's. So of course, me being in my mom's and him not having no car, when we would separate, he would take the car, and then the next day when we reconvene, he'd bring my car. So June of 2023, we go to my big cousin's party for his birthday. He has like a themed party to where you dress up as your favorite character. He was the karate dude off of Martin when he had the black on his teeth. I came as the old dude from Waiting to Exhale when he was like, you raggedy bitch, and he threw the orange.
Yeah.
So, everybody had their little outfits on, and Chris came with me.
Yeah.
And so, and it's so crazy because the cousin who party it was, when I brought Chris, he was on Chris' neck. He was, what's up? Who are you? What you got for my cousin? And I checking them, but of course I'm just taking it as a big cousin doing a big cousin thing. But it was, now that in hindsight, I'm like, I think because he's a pastor. This cousin is a pastor.
Discernment.
I really felt like he was on him, and he kept coming back. It wasn't, usually when a big cousin meets you, you do that one time, you cool. He kept checking Chris. Yeah. Kept on. So the morning we get drunk, we get towed up at the party. And at this time, I'm staying in a hotel because something unfortunate happened with my mom at her apartment. So we ended up having to stay in a hotel. We go to the hotel, and I got hot. And I wake up, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up to go turn the AC down. As I'm going back to the bed, his phone sitting on the side table next to me. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and this is so crazy. I was just so in love because I normally would see how he would usually see with the phone next to him or, damn near in between the mattress and the box spring. So for that mug to be next to me, I'm like, oh, okay. So I lay back down. I'm the big spoon. I get behind him, I tell people this because it's so crazy. I heard a voice clear as day say, check that phone, bitch. I look over see if my sister was woke. I thought that was her.
That's
crazy. We be Morgan Freeman when we wake up. Voices be deep. So I'm like, I check, I say.
What the voice said, right?
Hold on. I check to see if my sister was woke. I lay back down. I say, yeah, no, the liquor, it's still the liquor. I lay back down, I try to cut her back up. That motherfucker said it again. Check that phone, bitch. Huh? I couldn't ignore it the second time, so I roll over, I pick it up. Him being the arrogant man that he is, I know the password to the phone.
He doing all this and ain't got you the password?
And if it's still that to this day, it's Trey 505. So whoever dates him next, he swear he's his big blood. It's Trey 505. Okay? I open the phone, I lay there, open the phone. And the first thing I see, I'm not gonna say the girl name. the name with a family emoji, a ring emoji, and a star emoji, pinned. My name in the general messages as Ra. Oh, I get up, I put some clothes on. I say, yeah, no, this ain't it. I put some clothes on, I leave out the room. I go to the little staircase that they got in the hallway. I call my sister. I'm like, girl, I'm about to go to jail. I go through the phone. I'm sitting in the stack. I'm screen recording everything, recording. I'm telling her to record everything from her phone. I'm going through the emails. I went through the recently deleted. I went through him and his mama messages. I go through him and his mama messages. Mind y'all, I said we did have some hiccups in the prior months. The boy had done told his mama he beat my brother up. That's the message that gagged me the most. Him and my brother had never even had an altercation, exchanged words, no bad blood, nothing. Boy told his mama he beat my brother up. So I go and I find the messages and I figure out that not only is he cheating, he's actively in relationships with multiple people. He has multiple children.
That you never knew he had children. He told you he had no children.
Never knew that he had kids. And I messed up and skipped May, y'all, because you were saying between April and May. May. He choked me to sleep at a trail ride in public on a Friday night. Saturday night, he comes and stand next to me with a little girl laying on his shoulders while I'm dancing after the day that he choked me to sleep. So as I'm dancing Saturday night and he comes with the little girl laying on his shoulder, I spin from dancing and slap him. Of course, the girl didn't do nothing. Some girl runs and jump down from the bleachers. What you want me to do? I ain't finna let nobody slap you. This is in the third. So I'm appalled for real, because the girl that's standing next to him didn't do nothing. But some random person come jumping down. So she didn't run up to me, so I got back on the bleachers. When I get back on the bleachers, she's still down there going at it. He pushes her in her neck. Mind your business. I got this. I handle this. This in the third. The next day, my friend called me and told me, you didn't hear what that girl said when she jumped down? I said, no, what did she say? She was down there yelling, I'm the wife. I'm the wife.
Hey, yo, this is nuts.
You said what now? Excuse me? Come again, say what?
Yo, this is crazy.
Come again, say what? So I called and I asked him about it. You know what he tells me? Even after his friend shows me a marriage certificate and children, he tells me that the marriage was annulled because the girl he caught a case that never happened, and his mama was the only person that was going to be able to come see him. The girl that he was dating at the time, they were in a relationship. He decided to marry her because he didn't want just only his mama to be able to come and see him. But while he was in jail, he found out that the girl was sleeping with his big homie. So the marriage was annulled. And the children, the baby shower pictures that the friend showed me, of the girl being pregnant, him at the baby shower, him holding an infant, the girl was already pregnant when they got together. And so he helped take care of the child because he didn't want to leave the girl and the baby by them alone. Whole time.
Oh, that's a lie. That boy good.
They're legally married to this day, right now. And that child, that infant that he was holding in that picture that his homeboy showed me is indeed his.
Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say that boy good. That boy crazy.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
That boy throw. What?
So that happened in May.
I
find out that all of this that he made me believe was false is very much true. And the girl that was pinned, he has 2 children with her. In the message.
So the girl that was pinned wasn't the wife?
No. No.
she got frustrated, nigga. No.
No.
I thought that was the wife.
No.
That's crazy. So he got kids with the wife too. How many he got with the wife?
1.
Got one with the wife.
I think that's the oldest.
Got one with the wife. Then okay, all right. The pinned lady. He was actively in a relationship with this one too.
The daddy, y'all, I want y'all to hear me when I say this. The daddy trap that he was staying at, he went back to live with his baby mama.
I swear I was just about to ask, How was he living at all these places at one time? So the trap that he was hustling out of, he was over there with them people.
It was never a trap.
My. I tell you.
It was never a trap.
No. It was a trap. It was a trap for your ass.
Yeah, absolutely. I was trapped. Yeah.
It wasn't no trap where he was making no money out of.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't. No, that he was there with his baby mama and their children.
Oh, my God. So he got 2 with that one.
Yes.
Okay, so what's next? What's next?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna speed it up for y'all. So June that happened.
You don't gotta speed up. Take your time. Get it out.
I actually so I go through the phone. I figure all that out. This is like I said the abuse I started all the way in December. Mm-hmm. So that mentally held me there too, because I'm just like, I've never been through nothing like that. So I'm not even gonna say a trauma bond, because he did make it seem like he went through a hard life, and which was false. So that happened. I found out. I came in and my plan was to just go in there, give him his phone, get him to get up and leave. We done. I walked back to the room. I forgot the room key. Forgetting that room key was real detrimental for him, because me knocking on that door made that anger ball from my feet to the top of my head. Yeah, having to knock.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Me having to knock.
Yeah.
It turned me up.
That was that. What they say? I can't. That was that final straw. It was that last moment.
And
I got to knock on the door. Oh, now I got to knock on your motherfucking door.
And then man, my sister came and opened that door. I threw my phone and his phone on the bed she was on, and I ran and jumped on the bed.
Start tearing that ass up. This is wild.
And so we separated. We separated after that. That was June. That was the crazy part is it's sick. It's sick. But God has a way of doing stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
He gonna make you keep learning the same lesson till you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, it's literally been a year to the date that happened.
Wow. Today.
June 28th. June 28th, I went through that phone and found out he was cheating last year. And June 28th, he texted my phone from my iPad saying, because he knew I had his phone, saying, I know you got my phone. I'm packing. Can you please bring me my phone so I can get my baby home safe?
He knew that was it. That's.
To the date. We separated. I stayed strong the whole July. I hustled, sold that Pontiac to get me an apartment. I'm not finna be staying in a hotel. We don't play like that. Unfortunately, that happened to my mama. I got to get out of this. I get me a apartment. Me, my brother, and my sister, roommates, got us a nice little 2-bedroom apartment. And of course, not only was I getting text messages from Text Plus apps, because he was blocked, I stayed strong for a good month and a half. I did. People want to talk about timing. I thugged it out.
Yeah.
For about,
almost 2 months.
Almost 2 months. Give me some credit.
Yeah.
I hadn't got me a little work from home job. I'm still doing hair. I was making me a cute little coin. Yeah. So it wasn't like I needed him to pay the rent. No, baby, boo, I was good. Yeah. I'm cool. I'm getting text messages from text app numbers. I've been through this, and you the only person at this, and blah 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 blah. They pulled on my heartstrings, unfortunately. Even though all the stuff I did fine, I was just like, I tend to think I'm God, and I let that go. June 28th. So it ain't nothing else I can do for nobody else.
I want to ask you, when is his birthday?
He's a Taurus, April 24th.
Taurus, yeah. Hey, look, me too. Woo, woo. Thank God. Woo. He ain't one of me. Shit, God damn. Woo, he making them Taurus men look crazy.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Woo, we made it out, Dennis. So. What made you bring him back into your life after?
He talk a good game. He talk a good game. He spit it. Okay. He spit it smooth and cool. I'm talking about I believed it. Yeah. I believed it because I feel like I had beat a little sense into him.
Okay.
When I came in there with that phone, and I threw that phone on that bed, jumped on top of that bed, and I felt like I knocked a little, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he like, dang, that was wrong. Like, she didn't deserve that. Let me try to make this right. That's what I gave him, that benefit of the doubt.
So you didn't go to try to figure out or talk to these women or see what was actually going on. You didn't do none of that. You just saw it and was like, I know goddamn well.
No, because when it came to let me when it came to the marriage, because a lot of people was asking me, you didn't go look it up. You didn't go. I did.
Okay.
I went and looked up, and I guess I don't know how to read it correctly, but I did see that they were married. I think like September of a year, and then I seen a date. It was like the top of September, and then I seen a date for the bottom of September of that same year. So, like he said, I truly believe, because like in Texas, it's what, like 30, 60 days that you have to annul it.
Yeah,
so I thought that when I went to verify myself, what I seen looked as if it was annulled.
Okay.
So I've never dealt with a married man before, so I don't know to go deeper and see. So when I seen that beginning and end date, I believed, okay, that was annulled. And when it came to the children, that boy can make you, that boy can tell, back then that boy could have told me the sky was purple. I was going to lay in that bed and believe that sky's out there lavender. As purple, as royal as it was. Because and I have and it's sick. It's his sisters and people that cool with him on now. Yeah, he did it, but she stayed this. Yeah, he a liar, but he, People
part of the problem.
People are DMing me right now and saying to me right now how he been a liar. He been lying like that since we was kids.
Yeah.
He been making up outrageous stories. Why ain't nobody tell me?
So one thing that Faye pointed out earlier was kind of all the experiences that you had in these couple months, right? And as the manipulator that he is, right, when you start having these weak points, for him, that's gold. Because now you're going to eat everything up that
I
he's
was
gonna
eating
take.
it like a crawfish ball in the middle of June. I'm talking about tearing it up.
Yeah.
I'm eating it. I was taking it all in. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, people are trying to make me seem like the dummy or stupid. You knew all of this and you stayed because he told me what he wanted me to believe it was. And I believed what he told me. Fault me for that, yes. I can admit the simple fact that I went against my better judgment because of the simple fact that I loved him.
Right.
I went against, like I said, I went against my God for this boy.
Love
because in February, I prayed that I said, God, if he not for me, remove him from my life. The next day, that boy came to my uncle's house, tried to hug up on me, had been gone. I told him, I don't want to do all that. If we're going to talk, we're going to talk. But no, when you saw, because he was drunk. I don't want to talk while you drunk. We can talk tomorrow. Right there in my face and in front of me and my sister. My sister can vouch. Not this sister, but my other sister can vouch. That boy called his mama and said, Rogers, put me out. Come pick me up. Went there and packed his stuff and left. And this is the night that he texted his mama and told him he beat my brother up.
That's crazy.
So, like I said, that whatever that boy wants you to believe, he will make it so believable that you don't have no choice to believe it. And with me being in love with him, not just a friend, not just a cousin, not just a sister, it's way easier to believe somebody that you're in love with. So when he told me these kids was not his, and the one that I seen in the pen girl messages could possibly be his, but we waiting on the DNA test, and he only claimed one child from the girl that was penned when he has 2 biological children by her.
So is it only 3 children?
No.
Oh my God.
I got a text.
Why even ask that question? What made me ask that question, Lord? Why you gave that question?
What you said
to me?
is about who? Yeah. A girl messaged me last Sunday and sent me a picture of a handsome little boy. Handsome. You know how old that baby just turned?
2.
3.
That's crazy.
An old girl that was leaning on his shoulder at nonstop, that I slapped him because he came standing in front of me with somebody leaning on his shoulder, our whole relationship, he was telling me that is his niece. Him and that girl been messing around since we've been dating, which is a high school student that just graduated in 2024.
No. So, know what? I don't even think I want to talk about it. Nah. I don't even think. Nah, I don't want to.
So not only are people ridiculing my teeth on Instagram, on social media, they saying I'm stupid because of the timing on which I decided to say something about it. Saying I knew about all this stuff and stayed. I have yet to see them talk about him being a pedophile when he has at least 8 children out here. And denies every single one of them except for one.
My. I tell you.
You know how many people in the comments saying that boy owe them money? That boy is in the messages lying about his family's health to get money. He got knocked out with a bottle this year at Topless while we was fighting and got in his group chat that they trail ride and told them he got shot.
In the head?
I was there.
He took a picture of himself getting shot in the head?
I took the picture at the beach while we was trying to get him into an ambulance because the holes that was in his head from whatever bottle they hit him with. It says, it didn't make it to my skull. I just got grazed. Split my skin open, though, knocked me the F out. The cousin asked, what the H happened? You got shot? He said, yeah, we smoked him.
Oh, my God.
But I'm stupid. I'm dumb. You knew and you stayed. We're not going to talk about.
So, okay. Wow. Okay, so what he got hit in the head for?
We got into a fight with some people at the beach because they refused to let us leave out of the beach because they was trying to get one of their people to drive in with a truck.
Mm.
And he portrays to be this big, this thug, this da-da-da-da. But every time we got into a situation when it came to him defending me or getting into it with a man, he like this.
What?
So I get out of my car. I'm like, bro, you not finna stop us. You gonna let this Cadillac through.
Yeah.
Because if they come in, that mean I gotta back up to let them in. Let us out and then they can pull in. So me and the guy start getting into it. He's still in the car.
Oh, man, come on.
Me and a girl start getting into it. She post up. It's my time to shine now. Because we could have figured this out a whole nother way. But yeah, you ain't finna act like you finna fight me. Me and the girl get to fighting.
Yeah.
As I'm fighting, I guess that's when he decided to get out of the car. My sister had already climbed out of the window of my car and everything, started fighting another girl. I fighting a girl. I do another hook. I look on the ground. This boy is face down, ass up in the sand, and got knocked out. Ain't even pinch a bitch.
With the bottle?
But you in a group chat telling people you got shot.
Yo, that's nuts, man. Okay, so you let him back in. We had got sidetracked, but that's a good sidetrack. So you let him back in, and then did things continue to go smooth, or did it went smooth for a little while after after you found the message in the hotel?
He literally told me
month and a half
he
later,
did the whole
back in.
He told me he was doing the whole counseling and talking to people and stuff like that.
You went to go see that lady? You went to go see that lady? That's what he told you? Yeah. Okay. That's one of them good ones. Yeah. You went to go see that lady.
And he was the type too, he used to think he was so slick, and it was so crazy because it's like, boy, I already caught you cheating before. So if I catch you again, you know it's a wrap, right? So he used to do a thing to where he wouldn't really like hide his phone. If I'm laying on him, he wouldn't put his phone up. He'll be playing like Candy Crush or something like that.
Nigga ain't played Candy Crush since 2005.
I'm talking about every time I look on the phone, he playing a little game or something like that, or he making it real believable that he not doing nothing no more. Like, but yeah, that wasn't the case. Wasn't the case.
So when was the next incident?
March, because we ended up leaving that apartment in December. Everything was cool.
We in March of 24 now?
This was the next incident, was March of 24.
Okay.
But after the June that I found out, we ended up in the apartment August up until December. December and then January. December, that was cool in December. And then January came around. Yeah, it was March. It was March because, yeah, this is when it happened. We moved from one apartment to the next, and then from that apartment to the apartment that he vandalized when he took me to the girl house after I was drugged in my back seat and
Okay, so this did now we making it to where you about to eventually leave him. Right? So what incident happened? I guess that's when you got drugged, right? That's what spiraled everything.
Which that TikTok will be at the front of the episode.
Okay. So that's what spiraled everything to you leaving.
yes.
So
That was when I said, yeah, this is done. But we have an apartment together.
right.
I'm not finna risk homelessness again. We're codependent on each other. It's a 2-bedroom. We could coexist until you can get your part to go. I can get my part to go.
It has to be a strategy to
It
get
has
away
to.
from this.
I'm not about to just be calling, can I come stay at your house? He did this to me.
Yeah.
No. And then, truth be told, I don't have those that I can call and say,
the resource.
this happened to me. Can I come stay with you for a few months? I do, but who wants to go and live and be on other people's time? They clocking when you're coming in and out their house. You can't. I was smoking at the time. You can't smoke in now.
Yeah.
No. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna thug it out.
So was this a trail ride or a dance?
This was a trail ride. This was the same trail ride that he was at when I almost committed suicide.
Fast forward the next
year later.
of this trail ride.
Yes.
So what happened at this trail ride that led up to you leaving?
We got to the trail ride. The night ride happened, which is when they do it at night. They take the horses and the 4-wheelers and stuff. We on the ride, and they take the little break. They ready to start back rolling. He's the one driving the truck attached to the trailer that everybody is on. He nowhere to be found. So I'm like, I get to scratch, doing that, what they call it, dumbass scratch. When you ask a nigga something, he like this. Like, stop, what did you scratching for? Answer me. Like, so everybody looking for him. They like, we ready to go. This boy come running all the way from the back of the line back to the truck. So, of course, I asked where you was just at. He tells me that somebody's 4-wheeler went down and he went to help him. When did you become a 4-wheeler mechanic? I'm confusion.
Not when you became a 4-wheeler mechanic.
Yeah. So, it's a lot of the times where I know when to start stuff and when not. I let it go. And I didn't let it go, but I was like, we got a home, so we'll talk about this when we get home. We go back to the dance. I hadn't been drinking that much. We had been taking a few shots and stuff on the trailer, but as you doing all that twerking and stuff like that, baby, you get that liquor on up off of you. So what we had on that trailer wasn't.
Yeah.
I was sober by the time we got back to the fairgrounds. I found my friend, and we take shots out of the bottle that she has. She wasn't aware that the bottles were switched because she had somebody in her group that either switches liquor and put cheap liquor in their bottles or put stuff in his liquor. My sister is heavyset. She took a shot out the same bottle. Less than 10 minutes later, we out of there. We in the car like, I was throwing up like foam, like I had rabies or something.
That's crazy.
And then after that, that was it. I was done for. My other sister, she's smaller than me. And I see a lot of people coming at my sisters saying, the friend set me up. She knew I was in the liquor. The sister set you up. They. For one of the sisters was drugged just like I was. And another one is just as small as me. And I love my sister I love my sister for life, love her to death. And I'm going to hold her hand when I say this. But my sister a little slow. She ain't got it all. Yeah. We all got that one family member. They'd be like, oh, just don't mind her.
For sure.
Love my girl down.
For sure.
Love her down, boo. But that's true tea. You can't expect too much. You hear me? Like, but don't nobody ever been I play with her. Slow or not. Don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she special needs or nothing like that. But you know, you always got that one friend that you be like, girl, don't even mind her. You poor baby. You know what I'm saying? So, pretty girl. Beautiful. It ain't all that though.
Yeah.
So everybody in the comments coming out, it ain't got nothing to do with them. Y'all are negating the fact that I was with a man that I was in a relationship with, and he made the conscious decision to leave a trail ride with me and my sister slumped in the back seat of my car from Sealy, Texas, and go to Conroe, Texas, to be with another girl. Leave my car running in the parking lot of the apartments and tell the conscious sister in the front that he's going to help his nephews take a four-wheeler upstairs. And of course, she go for it. Because who is she to say, no, you're not?
That's some... Bro, you got to be a devious fucking human.
But everybody on my neck talking about my teeth like I don't have braces.
Damn, what kind of nigga are you?
To go from, see, I want y'all to look on y'all maps and see how far Sealy is.
Oh, you ain't got to tell me, I know. I used to have to drive. Like,
Sealy, Texas at 2 a.m. and went to Conroe. I wake up, I realize, I get up, I say, hey, what Chris said?
hold on. But this is a question I got. He had to have known about the bottle then.
Yes.
Because he ain't finna just take you thinking y'all was just asleep. He knew that y'all were drugged.
He knew something. He knew we was gone past the just waking up when you being drunk. I don't know. I can't, because that's an accusation. I don't want nobody to try to sue me. I don't know if he knew for a fact that it was drugs. He knew for a fact that we was gone past. We was fucked up in the backseat. He knew for a fact. Like that. So yeah. He had that opportunity. Like he knew. They not finna get up. They not waking up. He thought.
That's crazy. So y'all get to Conroe. You wake up.
Yeah.
What's next?
I wake up and I ask my sister in the front. I'm like, hey, well, Chris. She said, oh, he said he helping his nephew take the four-wheeler upstairs. Ding, ding, ding. What? They got garages or something? What are you talking about? So I call it. Phone going straight to voicemail. I said, point to me which direction he walked in. She pointed. I got out of the car and I started walking. I go in between like 4 and 5 buildings, looking to see if I see somebody possibly taking a phone. I don't know if it's a kid, but I don't know. Maybe it's a Hot Wheels, and they had a whole bunch of them and needed help taking something. I don't see them. I walk back to my car. I get in the driver's seat. I know you seen on when on the crime documentaries or something, somebody gets shot while they driving and they die and they drop on the wheel and all you hear, boom. I'm driving, holding on to the wheel like that. I'm not beep, 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 beep. Yeah. I'm holding on to the wheel, driving in circles. By the time I make like the third circle and pull back to where he had my car parked at in the middle of the parking lot, not in a parking spot, had my car parked in the middle of the parking lot, still running. He come walking from a building. Hey, stop all that blowing. You gonna get, it's a light-skinned or white man walking a little miniature dog. Stop all that blowing. You gonna get my ain't in them put out. They in here on a CPN. He went this far with the lie. They in here on a CPN. You gonna get them put out. My ain't in them said you could come up there and pointing towards the white old guy walking the dog. The dude looking like he don't even know that man. So I get out of the driver's seat to go to the passenger. Before I go to the passenger, I said, you was up there with a hoe? You think I'm stupid enough to bring you and your sister to it? I was helping them. Okay. So I get in the car, and I'm trying to tell him. I said, hey, look. It feels like I have been drugged. No liquor has ever done it. Something was put in whatever was in that bottle. I feel like I've been drugged, and you done brought us all the way to Conroe. You done passed up our house that we just moved in the day prior to this trail ride. I had it mixed up on TikTok. That's the only thing I lied about. We had moved into that apartment a day before that trail ride. That's Ink right. Wasn't even dry on the lease yet. You brought us all the way to Conroe knowing we was that slumped in this backseat. Okay, whatever. I ain't trying to hear, whatever. I don't care. I told you. And to me, okay means I'm done talking. I don't care to hear what you got to say no more. I'm about to go to my mama's house. No, you're not. No, you absolutely are not. We are in a relationship. We just moved in together. That's what people talk to me. Refusing to let him leave. I'm with him refusing. That's a grown man. If he wanted to go to his mama's house and how he was just ignoring me, telling me I got drugged, he could have drove to his mama's house, just how he drove all the way to Conroe and got out of the car. I wouldn't have held the door, and we was in the same car together. I didn't hold the wheel and say, you not going. I simply said, no, you're not. Because he picked up his phone and was acting like he was finna text his mama and tell his mama that he was on the way. And so what I was like, no, we can go home and talk about this because I'm trying to explain to you, I feel like I've been drugged. Like, this is what you're not getting. Okay. And did one of these, like in my face. With me still coming to consciousness and trying to get everything together, my anger took over. It sure did. I had my phone in my hand and I swung it and hit him right now. I did. Was that right? Absolutely not. Am I for domestic violence? Absolutely not. But you're talking about a man that has choked me to sleep before. On multiple occasions. Baby, a little hit in the eye, I got my lick back, boo. Thank you. So, he grabs the gun from the middle console and puts it up to my neck as he's driving. So he's my sister's in the back. Hey, put that gun up, yada, yada. Okay, bet. You got to put a gun up to me. You're going to have to shoot me. So I swing, but I don't hit him. I hit the gun. Knock the clip out the gun. The clip fall in my boot.
God damn.
The clip fell in my boot. While he got the gun up to me, he pulled it. When I went to swing, he moved it enough to where it was like right in front of my face. When I swung, I hit the gun and the clip fell in my boot.
You can't make this kind of shit up.
If I wanted to, and I have people that was there. He picked his phone up again. I'm finna, I snatched the phone. You didn't put a gun up to my neck now. All bets are off. Stop this car. He refused to stop the car. He started speeding up. Bet. I opened the door. I put my feet out. I'm a Flintstone this hoe. You gonna stop this hoe one way or another. You got my sisters are in here and you speeding, going and lane. You want to play victim because, no, stop the car. He finally stopped the car. I get out. I start walking the opposite way on the freeway. I got the phone. Something said, again, check that phone. Couldn't get in it, so I slide the notification bar down. It's one of the same girls that was in the phone from last June. I pitch it to the ground. Shatter it. Because had him buy you another phone. You playing in my face all this time and came crying. I promise I'm gonna get help. I'm going to see a therapist. You're the only person that been there for me. And you still betraying me. And that's the thing, people. It's crazy how people these days downtrade betrayal. That is one of the worst things next to grief. Being betrayed by somebody you love is, man, that's mind-boggling. You sleep next to me every night and you telling people I'm not your girlfriend. I should be the one not claiming you. When I throw the phone, he puts me in a headlock, get to punch me on the freeway. So I fight back, of course. My sister finally gets out of the car because she's drugged too. She's still trying to shake back. So when she realized that we on the freeway fighting, she get out of the car. She grab him. She hook. She putting him in the headlock. Hey, get off my sister. Somehow I get away from fighting him before she do. I take off running back to the car and I start yelling towards them. Hey, y'all get back in the car. I sweep his phone off the ground. I get back in the car. I leave him on the freeway. I go back home. That boy got to that apartment in less than 30 minutes.
Where were y'all at this point?
We were still in Conroe.
Damn.
That apartment was off 249.
Ooh, that boy was hauling ass.
I had to get off the freeway and call somebody to come and get him to bring him to the apartments. He gets to the apartments. I had already packed his stuff, sat it outside. No reason to come in here. None of that. He breaks the window with the gun. Shatters the window. Mind you, we just moved in there the day before. He shattered the window of the apartment and reaching through, like, what's that movie, Shaw? Remember when he was, like, reaching through with the knife? He reaching through the glass, broken glass, trying to unlock the door. He finally get in the apartment and rush up to me upstairs, bust 2 holes in a bedroom door that me and my sister's in, running my face. What now? I said, exactly, what now? What now? This boy goes and gets a screwdriver, and attempts to unmount the TV from the wall.
Oh my
Couldn't get
God.
the TV off the wall, and he was being so violent, my sister decided to call the police.
Yeah.
He acts like he leaves, but I know him. I've been doing this for a good little minute, so I know him. I said, he's not going nowhere. He in his apartment somewhere. Police get there. They take a report. We just moved into this apartment. I'm not trying to risk me having to move. So, of course, like a lot of women have done, I say, oh, it was my sister and her boyfriend fighting. They're in a toxic relationship. She ended up leaving with him. And I hope I don't get in trouble for this. But I told them that. They believed it. They sat there for a little bit. We go in the house. My sister is going through her own situation with her boyfriend. So she wants to go to her apartment and get her car. I tell them they can use my car to go get the thing. Even though all this is going on, I know he not like he say he is. He not finna come in here and do nothing to me. They pull off. Police are still sitting there. Guess what falls from my tire?
Fucking gun.
The gun. The boy put the gun on my tire. Because he was sitting in the bushes watching us talk to the police.
This motherfucker crazy. This motherfucker crazy. Yo, he throwed off, dog. That man throwed off for real.
Yeah. So, all of that happened. And, yeah, all that happened. All of that happened. And, of course, once again, everything, he bought me a horse in January. And because all of that had happened, once again, just like in June, I figured I'm literally misfigured out. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it shake regardless. So I ended up selling my horse to make sure that I could be good for the next month because I got to figure this out now. I'm doing this by myself. I got this rent by myself, all these bills, my car note, all of that by myself. So I made something shake.
Right.
So the way that he got back was he had what happened? Of course, the text about he only put the gun on the wheel because he didn't want it on him if the police stopped him. And that he know this is what it was. We signed up for this together. I'm not going to let you have to do all this by yourself. We could coexist. And then I agreed to it. Mm-hmm. I did. Now what? You knew when you went back. Did. Now what? Now, y'all, if y'all choose to be homeless and have to stay with y'all people because y'all going through, by all means, baby, do that. Whatever floats your boat. Different strokes for different folks. But I wanted to stay in the 2-bedroom townhome that we just got until we could both figure out how to get away. Because the situation with him taking me to a film, I was out. Mentally, I was gone. Yeah. I was done.
This has been a lot. So
I was through March.
So how we tying all this in?
Because we coexisted March, April, May, boom, we had June. Mm-hmm. I bought my horse back. I got myself back. He at the barn. He doing great. We cool. Coexisting. Mm-hmm. We're coexisting. Right. Of course, we living together, and of course, we have those hard conversations. Like, you really did all this stuff. Like, you really, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really put me through a lot. Like, and of course, we having them conversations where it's like, man, you're the only person that da-da-da-da-da. So, of course, you try to.
You under the same roof, so shit gonna happen.
Let's not act stupid, okay?
We ain't gonna be crazy.
We ain't gonna be crazy now. Yeah. We in the same house, boo.
I get you.
So, of course, March, April, May-ish, it started getting back to like, oh, we cool enough to, you know. And, of course, he's still telling people I'm his girlfriend and this and the third. We go to the barn June 28th. But mind you, we go and pick up the only child that he claims. Mm-hmm. But mind you, this child is a sibling of another kid that he has too. So he has 2 children with one woman, but he only claims one of them. The girl confirmed that both of those children are his. Because his same song that he sing is, me and my mama been trying to get a DNA test. Blah, 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 blah. No DNA tests have been asked. No DF tests have been asked of because they know for a fact that those are those boys' kids. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it that them boy kids.
So he'll go get one of the kids from the same house and not mess with the other one. That man crazy. That man crazy, man.
Like I said, we went and got the little girl from his mama house.
Yeah.
We go to the barn to feed my horse. And a guy at the barn bought me a saddle. He bought me the horse. And of course, those empty promises, he was been supposed to have gotten me a saddle. I went riding with my homeboy and asked him, hey, can you find me a saddle? I want to pay such and such for a saddle. Can you find me a saddle? Next day, the boy brought the saddle to the barn. Half the saddle sitting on my feed barrel. So, of course, we go in the feed barrel to go get my feed that I'm going to get a horse. He see the saddle. Who gave you that? I mean, whose saddle is that? Mine. Who gave you that? I tell him who got it. So we get back in the car. His little girl got the phone. He asked for the phone. I had already knew what he was going to do. We cool with the boy uncle, too. So he texted the uncle, threatening him. He ain't no nigga finna be getting it. Like, he's not actively cheating.
Yeah.
We get to the house. I have my niece as well. My 1 year, before she ain't turned 1 yet. So I had her in my lap in the car. And then we get in the house. I carry her in the house. And me, I be on my phone, but especially if I'm preoccupied, I'm not worried about that phone. So I carry my niece in the house, the little girl in the house. He gets in the shower. His little girl still has his phone. I sit my niece down. I sit down on the bed. I'm like, dang, where my phone at? I still patting for my phone. I'm like, this nigga got my phone. But I ain't panicked because there ain't nothing in my phone. Like, even though I'm mentally gone, I'm still not doing nothing because it's a simple fact. Like, even if I did start talking to somebody, I'm not finna bring them here. We coexisted. I'm not finna bring, I'm not about to, I'm just not doing it. That's just not who I am. So, he in the shower. So I asked the little girl for the phone to call my phone. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to go through it. I already did that before. In my mind, we just coexisted. But like I said, we had went back to the regular flow of things. Mm-hmm. So I get the phone, man. I go to the call log. And it's just a slew of bitches. I'm like, God damn.
Not a slew of bitches.
A slew of. I say, oh, Lord. And I wasn't even like irate. I wasn't like, oh, again. I literally was like, golly, this nigga just don't quit. Like, he just can't get right. So I take the phone. My niece's mom was at the house too, so I didn't just leave my niece. I take the phone, I go downstairs, I get my keys, I get in the car, I drive across the street to the neighborhood with the phone. I sit in the car, I park the car. I'm sitting there going through it, screenshotting everything, sending it to my phone. Mind y'all, I still don't know where my phone at. So I'm screenshotting everything, screen recording everything, sending it to my phone. I'm going through the phone, seeing that he's messing with minors. He's telling people that he didn't got hit on the horse, the girl done killed the horse. He telling people, this boy told people I got lupus.
That's nuts.
And I'm not on here talking bad about him. I'm telling y'all the truth.
Yeah, you
I really pray. I've been praying for this boy. I pray to God he intercedes and help him before he gets involved with somebody else's child because he loves minors and somebody hurt him. Because you got all these people threatening me like you're not the pedophile. You got all these people threatening me like you're not the liar. You got all these people threatening me like you're not walking around with a number on your head because you owe people money. But they talking about my timing and what I accepted and went back to.
I'm trying to figure out what they talking about the time. We still in 2024.
Are we not?
This just happened. You just ended
Are
it
we
in
not?
June.
Are we not?
What time we talking about?
And mind y'all, I gave this boy, I gave him a warning. I texted him and said, you know what I know. Keep my name out your mouth because I heard him running my name through the mud. You know what I know. Because unfortunately, I was going to be just like them other women, just walk away and let them, you know what I know. Stop discrediting my character. You know what he did? He sent somebody a Declaration of Independence text calling me a delusional bitch that makes stuff up. And that I text him and said, if I can't have him, nobody will.
My.
So, now we're here.
Now we here.
I'm the lie, man. The stuff that's in that phone, I met him in 2022. He told me he was 28. He was 29. It's 2024. He is still telling people that he is 28.
The world may never know his age.
So, as I'm going through the phone, I stop and I hear zzz, 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 zzz. My phone is on the side of the seat.
The whole time.
The whole time. I picked the phone up. Of course, y'all, I'm screenshotting the stuff and sending it to my phone. So I'm thinking these is a text messages coming through. No. I get a text message from me. Right. My picture pop up. I have an iPad in my house that I keep downstairs for my clients when we watch because I don't have a TV set up yet. I get a text message from me that states, I know you got my phone. I'm packing. Whatever I leave, you can drop off. Please bring me my phone so I can get my baby back home.
Oh, he knew it was over. He already knew. This is the end.
So, this is where we get here. This is where we get to the TikToks. This is where we get to the Facebook post. Because of the simple fact is, they're saying, even if y'all did break up there on the comments, she just bitter that he left. Baby, I'm bitter about what?
Here's what I want to ask you in closing. Being all that you've been through, all that you've dealt with, all that God have showed you during this time, what do you tell the next Raya who's dealing with stuff like this?
Leave the first time.
Leave the first time.
Go. I don't care how much you claim you love somebody and somebody claim they love you. I don't care what they say they going to get help with. I don't leave.
Put you first.
Leave. Put you first. I got to put me first, Lucius. Put you first. I continue to choose to try to be God and help him through. I continue to try to say, yeah, okay, if these are the kids, we gonna do this. We gonna do this. We gonna do this. We gonna thug it out. You gonna take care of them kids because God don't bless no mess. And if you continue to not take care of them kids, we not gonna live no good life. You cannot help everybody. Yeah. And I want to say to people's families, y'all, intercede. Yeah. When y'all see y'all family members going down a spiral behind a relationship, speak up. Because people love saying, oh, I ain't gonna get in your business. No, get in their business. Get in their business. If y'all got to fall out for it to happen, get in their business because at the end of the day, just how I seen, if I would have fell out with somebody behind them telling me this and this happened, I'm going to hit them up and say, I apologize. Because at the end of the day, I've taken a self-accountability this entire time. I was wrong for hitting him in the face when we was on the way from him, leaving us in the car drunk. Mm-hmm. I was dead wrong. Absolutely. I do not condone domestic violence in any sort. I was absolutely wrong. Yes, I was blinded by love and being stupid and dumb for continuing to go back. Indeed, I will absolutely. I wouldn't advise no one to do that. Nobody. But it happened. Do not negate the fact that we're talking about a manipulative lying pedophile, though. 100%. We can talk about my timing. We can talk about me being stupid. We can talk about my crooked teeth. But let's not negate the fact that we're talking about a lying, manipulative pedophile that needs mental help. And this is not downing. I'm not on here saying, I hope he die. I hope somebody beat him up on the street. I really pray to God that he gets in touch with somebody that can get him some real help. Because to lie like that, to lie like that,
yeah,
and believe it,
yeah,
that's a whole different ballgame.
He needs some help.
That's real help that man needs.
Everything that we done sat here and heard you talk about and say, yeah, he needs some help.
And they laughing and stuff and kick in and saying, oh, that's still my partner. I'ma still dap him up. He was outside Friday. Everybody in the space still talking about posting pictures. Oh, we found Chris. Y'all think this is funny. Yeah. But this is the same God that's still right now probably texting minors.
Last thing, I did hear you sing.
Absolutely.
So if you would bless us with a song that's on your heart, or just a little something before we get out of here, if you feel like it.
Yeah. What's crazy is it had been resonating with me because I did do a little snippet of "I Am Free."
Okay.
On the end of one video, but they actually sung that in church today, and it's so crazy how my God be, making sure you get you gonna get it one way or another. Especially because I'm gonna continue to believe in him, so he gonna stay on my neck.
He show and tell.
He gonna show you and tell you. But One that always and will always get me through and got me through, and I'm going to sing it to my very last breath. It won't always be like this. The Lord will protect that concerning me. Sooner or later, it'll turn in my favor. He'll turn it around for me.
I love it. I love it. You ain't gonna get me to cry up in here though. You ain't gonna get me to cry up in here. That is Raya. What a beautiful testimony story that you have. I hope the masses get a hold of this, and I hope it gets into the right hands of the right young woman or young man that absolutely needs to get away from these type of people. Yeah. This is not a playing matter. This is nothing
absolutely not
to look over. Please, 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 if you're going through these type of things, get away for yourself. Yeah. Leave for yourself.
For yourself.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all.
To sit on this couch. And
thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Here's the thing: it's just us.
You know, it's been a lot of back and forth. Mm-hmm. I've been seeing some of his. Somebody even came to my Facebook like, "Hey man, you need to interview him." I'm like, "No, I don't want to interview him." Mm-hmm. So that's why you see yourself on your couch. I don't know if you went to our page. Normally we on the couch with the guests, but this one we're gonna do it a little different because I wanted to be focused solely on Raya